Hey guys, so here is your promised set for the abs, so for pretty tummies. The way I build up the set. Set number 1, exercise 1 and 2. Set number 2, 1, 2, 3. Set number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And set number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like 5 exercises in total, and you're always adding 1 extra in each set. If you want to have more difficulty, you can increase the amount of repetitions, and again, there's always the gradation of difficulty. So this is a painful set. It's one muscle, so our abs is one big muscle in 2 parts, over here on the left and on the right. So it's a pretty big thing to work with, so that's why we're going to have different exercises. What I will do, I will first explain the technique of each exercise and explain how you build it up, and then I will do the whole set. You have to do as much as you can. It's going to be painful for everyone, whether you've never done these exercises before or if you're really familiar with these exercises. It's the kind of set that will burn your muscles a lot, so it's going to be painful for me as well. Second, try to do it about 2 times a week. So if you do it twice a week, 2-3 times a week, I do it 2-3 times a week, you will see results. I mean, of course, unless you have like a really big layer of fat on top of your muscles, then the results will not be as visible, but you will feel them. So that's really important. So you have to pay attention to the progression, because that's what's gonna keep you motivated. And 3, you can build it up. So what I highly recommend is not skipping the set. So not skipping the exercises within the set. So in total, if you do it well, it's gonna take you not very much time. But yeah, you will feel the burn. Oh, you will feel the burn. Trust me. The amount of repetitions. If you are not familiar with these exercises, you can do even, I don't know, 5 or 7 repetitions. If you are already able to do these exercises, go for 10 to 15. If you're really good, go for 15 up to 30. Good luck, have fun. And let's go. So exercise number 1 for all of the sets. You can do either like this is the easiest way. I do it like this, so vertically up, directly above the hips, and the feet, the lower part of the legs is parallel to the floor. And you are not moving your legs. So you can either do it like this with your hands parallel to the floor, or what I do, I kind of just touch my head, but what I don't want you to do is don't support your head and pull up with your hands, because that's gonna break your neck a little bit. So I will do later on 30 of these. What you need to do is, as you go up, you raise only enough, so you're raising up your upper back. So you're not raising all of this. When you go up, you breathe out. And so on. So this is exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is, you start like this with your legs up, and you go 1, 2. So what you need to do is making sure you're not swinging too much back and forth. So your goal is to go up rather than in whichever direction. I also add a little twist in the top, so you can do it either flat or with a little twist on the top. Again, trying to go strictly up. This is the first set. Set number 2 is exercise 1, exercise 2, and we add the third exercise. So the third exercise technique is really important, because you can potentially injure yourself. So it's the scissors. So I go up to, let's say, 45 degrees above the floor, making sure that when I go lower, I do not disconnect my lower back. So make sure you kind of really pay attention to it. Your lower back is glued. When you're here, this is the most difficult bit. When you're here, your lower back is not doing that. You have to be like this. So it's going to be more challenging. The lower you go with your legs, the more challenging. Variations of this exercise. So either you're just going scissors up and down, straight legs, or you do the large scissors with the whole leg. So you can choose your own variation, does not matter, but really, really pay attention to the lower back gluing to the floor, because first of all, it's going to give you more functionality on your tummy, and second, is going to prevent the injury. So for the fourth exercise, you go here. So again, we go into the shape of the first exercise, and we're going to raise up and reach diagonally. So as I'm reaching with my left elbow on my left shoulder, not the elbow, shoulder, I'm reaching for the knee, that is the right knee. At the same time, I'm stretching my left leg away. And so on. So that's exercise 4. And we will add the 5th exercise, which is kind of the most difficult. So, good luck with that. Again, the variations of difficulty. From here, complete stretch, we will raise up at the same time legs and upper body to meet like 45 degrees somewhere in the middle. If you can, don't touch the ground in between. So this is going to be more challenging. If you want even more challenge, at the top of it, down, down, down. So you can always build it up by yourself the way you want it. My own set. And let's go. Okay, exercise 2 of set 1. I will do 16 total, so 8 and 8 rotations. Done, 2 exercises, a few seconds break, and I'm gonna go again from exercise 1 and add one more at the end. It's not burning yet, but it will soon start being on fire. I know that. All right, let's go. 30. 20. 30. Oh yeah, I start feeling it, and I still have a lot to go. Exercise 3, I'm adding scissors. So upper body stays, lower back connects. That's really, really important. Don't screw this up. And let's go. The lower your legs are, the more difficult. So that was 30 on each side, so 60 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 60 total. A few seconds break. We do all of these 3 and add 1 more. No, party. Whew. Oh yeah, I feel it. Woo! Tummy working. Okay. And let's go. 10. 20 or 30. I think it's 30, but whatever. I think it's 30. Twist up with the legs. 16 total, 8 each side. Let's go. Scissors. 30 each side, 60 total. You can do less if you want. It's up to you. You have to complete the whole set. So really judge your energy. Because it's the further you go, the more difficult it's gonna get. Done. Whew. The next one, diagonal, reaching with the shoulder towards the opposite knee, with the legs stretching through. So we're going to the original position, the first exercise, and then from here I'm going to reach diagonally to the opposite leg and stretch the leftover leg. And it's going to be, let's say, 20 total, 10 each side. Break and the last set. Again, this one actually you can modify if you want to. If it's too easy, you can keep both legs straight. It's a lot more difficult. So from here, it's difficult. Few seconds and the last set. I love these exercises. It's actually not even 20 minutes. I'm rushing now because I want to go through it and not waste your time. But usually, yeah, it's like 15 minutes, 20 minutes if you take a bit more breaks, if you allow yourself a bit more time. If you're going really quickly, then 10 minutes max. All right, last set. Let's go. 3. your tummy, as you like engage your muscles, it increases the amount of work that your muscle does. So I highly recommend, first of all, breathing in general, because you know we kind of need it, and second, it helps to increase the potential of your exercise by, I don't know how many percent, but it's a significant number. It's like, I think it's 20% or something, 20-30%. So it's not little. All right. Second, rotations. 16 total, 8 each side. And 16. Next, scissors. 30 each side, 60 total. Again, pay attention to the lower back. Sorry. Okay. Next, diagonal. What did I say? 10 each side. This is a difficult one, so from now on it's going to start getting really challenging. Initial shape. I'm not doing the straight legs. I find it too difficult for me still, but you can do that if it's too easy. Go ahead. Do whatever you want. Make sure you're not holding your head up. Just touch like this, or in the worst case, do the arms parallel to the floor. 10. 20. Last exercise. This is often a killer for many people, so good luck with this one. Again, if you want to make it more difficult, no lowering your legs and arm and your upper body in between. So you keep them like a couple of centimeters above the earth. All right, 45 degrees raises up like this. I'll do 20. Do a few of these. And I'm done. Oh gosh. This makes me so tired. But at the same time, well, can't even speak, so happy. So, I promised a little recommendation on food. For anyone who is interested. Generally, you can build up incredible body strength, incredible muscle strength, incredible shape of your muscles. But if you have a little bit of layer of fat on top of that, I mean, everyone does. I have like, there's fat there. This is like, I mean, this is skin, okay? But this is fat, okay? So it's natural, it's normal, it's all right. It depends on how happy you are with it. If you want to bring yourself into an amazing shape and you've worked on the exercises and you feel like you do not see the shape, your place to change is in the kitchen. So first of all, no processed food. Number one, try to cook at home. I know it's difficult, it sounds like a lot of work, but trust me, this is the way to do it. Number two, try to pay attention to the quality of food you're eating. I don't mean how expensive or cheap, but if you're eating only pasta or only potatoes or only, I don't know, like some fatty sauces, that is a lot. First of all, that's a lot of calories, and that's mostly fats and carbs. So fats and carbs, especially carbs, it's something that's gonna go directly onto your tummy, onto your body without much help for your body. So what your body needs is substituting the carbs with proteins. So muscles need proteins, and independent of whether you are vegetarian or vegan or you are eating everything, if you're eating everything, you have an easy life, really. You can eat meats, try to eat not processed meat. So try to eat, like, buy fresh meat. If you want chicken is better than meat, by the way. So instead of like pasta, eat some chicken. Instead of potatoes, eat a piece of meat. If you're a vegetarian like myself, you have cheeses, you have like milk products, so you can definitely get a lot of protein instead of carbs from milk products. You can eat eggs, for example. Eggs is great. But generally try to pay attention to no processed food, ideally little sugars. And potatoes has a lot of calories. You eat like 3 potatoes and you are literally done for the day with your calorie intake. So it's something that is not particularly recommendable. But if you eat, for example, rice is also quite caloric, but it's a bit better. It's lower in calories than potatoes and pasta. So there's just some simple basic rules. Eat a lot of veggies. So eat veggies in whatever quantities you want. You can. Fresh, boiled, ideally not fried, because when you fry, you add a little oil, and the oil again is something that adds up. So boiling, baking is fantastic, or parboiling is amazing, or fresh. I eat a lot of fresh veggies all the time. When I make a salad, for example, I use a lot of avocados, I use cheese in my salad, and I often, instead of oil, I add yogurt as a sauce. So again, it's a source of protein and it's quite lean. If you are not eating meats, but you are eating fish, fish is fantastic. So shrimp, fish, anything that is like a seafood product is really good for your body. So I think the basic recommendation is no sugar, or ideally less sugar. The way I started all of this is I took out sugar from my teas and my coffees. So that happened like, I don't know, 8 years ago, and that was the first change. And then I like gradually, little by little, I started to change my habits. Important, if you change from today to tomorrow, it's not gonna work. So baby steps, and try to do it in a way that makes you feel still better, still good. Like, so don't try to say, okay, today I've been eating all kinds of crap, and from tomorrow on it's like clean eating and, you know, amazing food, and I'm cooking myself salad only in nothing else. It's not gonna happen, because on day 3 you're gonna snap and you're gonna eat a lot more of the crap than you've ever done before. It's gonna actually be worse for your body than otherwise. So baby steps, little by little, you change habits within months, not a few days, all right? And if you have any questions, let me know. If anyone wants to have a more difficult exercise set than this, let me know. I can send you additional exercises and I'll make you sweat more. Enjoy. Ciao.